Good morning, it's November 22nd, 2016. By all means, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, but I'm going to do myself a favor and not talk to Grandma about Donald Trump's first 100 days. And hopefully she won't talk to me about President Barack Obama's glorious 8-year presidency. If Grandma only knew. Speaking of Donald Trump, the New York Post reports that Trump won't pursue charges against Hillary Clinton. Now, is this in response to the fact that Donald Trump is holed up in the Trump Towers, protected by the New York Police Department at the tune of $1 million per day, and the reports of the growing divisiveness within the country? And is this really a bluff? I'm just putting that out there. I don't have any evidence on that, but we'll see, won't we? Time will tell. To have been a fly on the wall at this meeting would have been priceless. The New York Post reports Donald Trump's media summit was an effing firing squad. Quote, Donald Trump scolded media big shots during an off-the-record Trump Tower sit-down on Monday, sources told the Post. It was like a effing firing squad, one source said of the encounter. Trump started with CNN chief Jeff Zucker and said, I hate your network. Everyone at CNN is a liar and you should be ashamed. The meeting was a total disaster. The TV execs and anchors went in there thinking they would be discussing the access they would get to the Trump administration, but instead they got a Trump-style dressing down. I'm going to add my own words there. I'm going to go back and say, but instead they got a Trump-style ass-whooping, the source added. Ass-whooping being my own words. A second source confirmed the fireworks. The meeting took place in a big boardroom and there were about 30 or 40 people, including the big news anchors from all the networks, the other sources said. And here I thought all the news was depressing. The bullying of the mainstream media has grown to a point where they are performing Harry Carey now in response to the rebellion growing within the United States. We have had enough. Kanye West has finally had a psychiatric breakdown of monumental proportions. It seems he's always having a minor psychiatric breakdown, but this one was a doozy. The Daily Mail reports, call reveals how combative West was hospitalized in handcuffs, forcing Kim to cancel her comeback event and jet to her husband's side. Oh, the drama. Her comeback event. What is she going to start speaking in public now? Her comeback being after she was robbed in Paris, a personal comeback, a comeback that apparently has to be blanketed onto the general population of the United States because we all supposedly care about Kim Kardashian or Kanye West. As the Democrats implode, as the mainstream media implodes, so does the Illuminati music industry. Look for more stories like this coming your way in 2017. The reported tsunami in Japan, a 7.4 magnitude earthquake, triggered fears of a 3-meter tsunami and that it was about to hit Fukushima in Japan, where, of course, a huge nuclear meltdown occurred 5 years ago. Daily Mail reports, quote, a magnitude 7.4 earthquake struck early on Tuesday local time off the Japanese coast about 70 kilometers northeast of Iwaki, Fukushima. The quake, with a depth of 25 kilometers, occurred about 6 a.m. and tsunami waves began to hit Japan's Pacific coast in numerous areas, including Fukushima Prefecture, about 7 a.m. Initial waves were between 30 to 90 centimeters high, but larger waves were expected to hit after that. The Japanese Meteorological Agency said tsunami waves could reach 3 meters high and warned people to evacuate in Miyagi and Fukushima prefectures. According to NHK, cooling equipment for the spent nuclear fuel pool in the reactor number 3 of TEPCO's Fukushima number 2 power plant has stopped. So the cooling system servicing Unit 3 has stopped, and from RT, the temperature in the pool went up to 28.7 degrees Celsius. It takes up to 7 days for temperatures to rise to 65 degrees Celsius, which is the upper operational limit, Japan's National Nuclear Agency said, so we'll keep our eye on that one. And now the man accused of killing a San Antonio police officer said he wants to apologize. KXAN News in Austin, Texas reports the suspect arrested in the ambush shooting of a San Antonio police detective said he was angry about a child custody battle and lashed out at somebody who didn't deserve it. Otis Tyrone McCain was being led by police to Bexar County Jail late Monday when he told reporters that he was angry with the court system for not letting him see his son and took it out on Detective Benjamin Marconi. He said he wants to apologize to the family of the slain officer. Another example of the fever pitch of lunacy that is infesting this country with madness, that you would destroy another man's life simply because your self-importance took precedent. I also want to bring to attention on the 19th of November, again, the Red Guards of Austin had posted on their Facebook page that they were threatening to turn the White Lives Matter group into dust. As I previously reported, swarms of riot police surrounded the protesters. But also, coming to my attention yesterday, here's a picture of one of the snipers in the garage ready for anything. So be aware that these protests are getting more and more violent. Hopefully the tone of the country will begin to quiet down after the holidays as the stock market continues to rise and Donald Trump's first 100 days actually become a reality. Of course, I don't see how they can rise anymore. We're at record levels in the stock market. No thanks to President Barack Obama, by the way. Now, this is very interesting. Adobe has created a technology called Voco, which can mimic the human voice after 20 minutes of recording anyone's voice. And then that voice can be used to say anything that's typed into the keyboard. Imagine the implications. Well, again, just a reminder, be good to your family on Thanksgiving. I'm going to try to do the same. I'll keep my politics to myself and have plenty of topics, maybe bust out Trivial Pursuit, play dumb on the political questions, and just have an all-around great Thanksgiving. Again, I'll have a morning report for you tomorrow, November the 23rd. This has been Jon Bowne. You can find me at War for Your Mind on YouTube, blablahshow.com, and the Jon Bowne YouTube channel. Thanks for listening.